Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, it is a beautiful day today. I hadn't planned on doing this flight, but I was out here at Reta Husky Park, and I have got the DJI Mini 3 Pro with me, and I've got a full battery. So, hey, it's too nice of a day not to fly. But first, I want to show you around the park here a little bit. So, this is Reta Huskey Park, and you can freeze frame if you want to read that. Tells a little history of the park. But one of the things that I've talked about quite a bit over at Kleiner Park is the pickleball courts, and there are 3 pickleball courts here. Looks like there's going to be 4 over at Kleiner Park, but I just like what Meridian does with their park system. Everything's all set up, and you know, if you can, let me come in close on this sign here. You can read that, and it's just pretty cool. And yeah, let's see. Let's look. We got well, they're mowing the grass here, so I'll show you that. We got a helicopter going over. I saw that, but they got a play structure here. They never had play structures like that when I was a kid. Oh, and I see they even have a little exercise, I don't know what you'd call that, where you swing your legs or whatever. And one of the things that I always like about City of Meridian parks is they always have very clean, well-kept restrooms. And yeah, they're saying here, we're getting close on this, dedicated in 2017. So you can freeze frame on that if you would like to read that as well. But, you know, place for bicycle repair. So it's one of the things I know the City of Boise and the City of Meridian both do. Very bicycle friendly. They have tools here so that if your bike breaks down, you know, you got tools available to fix, and an air pump, etc. Pretty darn cool. A little half basketball court here. And this is probably where we'll take off with the drone is right here. I probably won't mess around with the landing pad. We'll just probably take off right here on the concrete and just have a little flyabout. Let me quit messing around. Let me go get the drone and let's get that bird in the air. Hey, okay, we're all ready to go here, and with the Action 2 camera, you've got a shot of the drone there. So you know what? I don't think I'm going to need zoom, so we're going to kick this guy up to 4K 60. 4K 60, let's get everything nice and smooth on the yaws, etc. Shooting in 60 frames per second. Starting recording right, well, no, let's look at the safety menu first. I always like to do that. Well, one more time. So yeah, I just did this a few minutes ago. We're in bypass. We do not need the return to home altitude that set that high. I'm going to drop that down a little bit. I wonder where I was at that I had it set that high. 30 meters is plenty for where we are here. And compass is normal. IMU is normal. Battery, 4.11 volts on both, so we're good to go there. Let's go ahead and start recording. Again, 4K 60 in automatic. And yeah, we're just trying to get some fall colors here, and just a beautiful day. Yeah, so we're just going to get this drone in the air. Let's do an automated takeoff on the app. Holding it down. And there's the little drone. Let me pick up the camera here so you can see it. And yeah, let's see. I'm going to whoop, didn't mean to do that. I'm going to turn off obstacle avoidance for a second here. Off. And I guess I could have done that on the main screen, but I want to get it in close to the camera here so you can get a good look at the little drone. That's why I turned off OA. And one thing about this drone, you just don't have to worry about it as far as stability and so forth. So, you know, we can get in nice and close. And you know, I talk about this often on my videos, but I like to show how the gimbal works on these cameras. We can rock it back and forth, and you can see that the way it keeps that camera steady. When we pull back, it'll drop the camera. When we push forward, it'll pick the camera up. I don't want to push forward too hard. I'd feel pretty foolish if I ran into the camera there. But yeah, let's go. Let's back it up, and I'll turn OA back on. Go back into bypass here. And we're going to go straight towards the camera and watch what the drone will do. I am full stick forward. And yeah, it doesn't know what it wants to do. I'm holding the stick all the way forward and it's not moving. And of course we're shooting into the sun now too. And it should go around it in bypass. I don't know, let's try that one more time. Let's go full forward. And no, the drone is just coming to a stop. Yeah, that's kind of interesting, even in bypass. Well, let's pick it up a little bit. And there we go. Let's bring around and let's do our droney here. And we got a lawnmower coming our way. So anyway, there we are. And sorry for that, all that messing around here, but I just like to show you what the drone's capable of. It's interesting. I just did a video on APAS with this drone. And it was going around objects, so I don't know why it was stopping just then, but I guess you would rather have it brake than not, right? You'd rather have it stop. So anyway, let's do a quick droney here. Reversing up now, reverse and up in normal mode. And off we go to the races. And you can take a look, dropping that camera down, get a good look at the park here. And you're going to see a lawnmower. He's just kind of, I don't know what he's doing actually. He's going back to his home base or what. He's kind of on the other side of me there. You probably don't see him. Yeah, he's shutting down his mower. Who knows? Maybe it's time for a coffee break. But there, if you look over there on the other side of the pickleball courts, you'll see him there. Let's drop down here so we can see that. There we are. We'll just get a nice kind of a circular view of the park here. Let me turn around. So he took off with that mower. Where did he go? Is he loading up? Yeah, he's getting ready to load back up. That's his trailer and that's his other mower. Maybe he's just going to switch mowers. So that's what he's doing. Okay, well, we're kind of facing a kind of a green belt here in a trail. Picking that camera up a little bit, we'll get to the rule of thirds a little bit, and we'll push forward here. So this, you know, I used to know the lady that was in charge of all the groundskeeping at this park, Heroes Park, and oh gosh, I'm trying to remember the name of the other park. But anyway, I haven't seen Hillary. I don't think I saw her last year or this year. But she was telling me that this strip of ground right here is actually owned by the irrigation district and they maintain it. So there's somebody going by on the sidewalk there on a bicycle. We're going to do a big loop here. I'm going to show you some of the trees. Let's pick up some altitude. Look at the trees. Look at the reds and the. I just love this time of year. Getting to see the trees. And this park that's in front of us here, and I've flown here before, so you guys probably know this. Some of the people that follow my channel may already know it, but this is a private park that belongs to this subdivision. And you know, it's there. I never see a lot of people out there enjoying it, and it looks nice and green now. But yeah, I'm getting a little signal warning on the drone. I think I need to grab some altitude. Anyway, it's there, and it's a private park that's owned by the subdivision, and it's too bad it doesn't get more use. And that's a drain ditch that you see right next to, that's called Eustick Road, that street. Let's just go down there a little ways. get a look at that. We'll stay over the drain ditch here. And you can see all of the development. You know, it looks like we got some more development going on over in the corner over here. Yeah, and I'm getting a little bit of breakup again on FPV, so I'm trying to grab some altitude. Altitude helps you get good signal, and yeah, we got good signal back now. One of the things I like this DJI RC, but it does not have external antenna on it. And you know, when you're in a location like this that you have, and I notice it's even telling us that fly at a higher altitude. And yeah, it looks like they're doing something here. I don't know exactly what. And I'm sure that right next to there, that's probably just somebody's pasture. But anyway, let's turn it around and let's bring it back towards us. And see if we can say goodbye to those signal issues. Yeah, let me pick up the camera so you can see some of the colors here. And there's a little bit of a haze in the air today. I'm not exactly sure. It's probably a forest fire someplace. And again, that little private park, and I've seen that park. It probably is not maintained as well as the city parks, so sometimes I'll see dry spots in it and so forth, but still, it's there. It's too bad it doesn't get more use. They have a clubhouse right here. Let's kind of go towards that. And I think they've got, I'm trying to remember, I think they got a swimming pool over there. And if you look at the top of your screen, that's Reta Husky Park where we're at there. So yeah, they got a tennis court. Yeah, and looks like they got a pool there. That's kind of cool that a lot of these subdivisions have these kind of facilities available. So, you know, if you wanted to have like some kind of a party or a reception or something, you know, they have those kind of sites available for you to use. So this is more of the walking path. Let's go straight across here, and we'll get back to Reta Huskey Park where I'm standing. And we kind of did a big loop there. If you look way off to the right, you can see that green belt that we flew down. And I'm seeing something here that I want to look at. And that is this little bit of green right here. I think that is somebody's, yeah, that's somebody's private, oh wow, that's a big yard, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that piece of property right there. And look at that big shop. Every man watching this video is envious of that shop and that place right there. Okay, let's turn back around and come back. So we're going to keep going down the drain ditch here, and we're going to go past where I'm standing in the park. And I'll bet you people that watch my channel will recognize this too. So this area right here is kind of a recent addition. And there's these two swales here that I'm sure are just for runoff, you know, for flood control. But this little bit right here, I've often wondered exactly what the point. I mean, it's just this tiny little green space, which is cool. And you know, you hardly ever see anybody there. And then this little facility right here, is that, you know, it's kind of a sandbox. So I don't know if it's meant for someplace to take your dog to let it do its thing, or I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what that is. But I can see somebody's been kicking around in there. Let's pick that camera up and do a little bit of a reveal and head back to us. In fact, let's I want to get down too low, but let's kind of look over the little retention ponds or swales here. And of course no water in them, but that's what they're for, is for runoff, flood control, etc. Yeah, so let's just head back this way. And as soon as I'm done with this flight, I'm going to go for a little hike, and I'm going to hike up and down these trails. So here I am off in the distance here, and how high are we? We're 11 meters high. And you're going to see me standing right there. There we go. Right over the top. And gain some altitude. Just figured I'd do a little strafing run on myself there. So this neighborhood is new enough that the trees aren't that big, so you don't see the big bushy colors that you see in some of the older neighborhoods. And this is looking directly into the sun right here. So maybe what we can do is kind of go over some of the neighborhoods here and take a look at the autumn leaves. And of course the best shot will be on our way back when we have the sun at our back. But we'll just go out here a ways. And you may be able to hear it. There's an airliner going over my head. He is way up there. Let's grab some altitude. Let's go straight across U-stick here. Still at 62% battery. Take a look. Boy, oh boy. And next week we're going to get a cold snap, and that should really start changing the colors of these trees. It's been almost too warm really for them to change a lot, but they are changing. Pretty cool. So like I said, we've got the wind or the sun at our back here, so we should get some pretty good shots right here. Some pretty good colors. Looking good. Okay, I am getting a little bit. My telling me is that I need a little better, a little more height to get better signal. Let's just back it up here a little bit, and yeah, let's just bring this guy on home. Boy, they're doing some. Oh, he's edging over there. I wondered what that sound was, and so that grinding you hear is he's hitting the side of the curb with his edger. So we can start dropping altitude here again. And this is that field that we saw from the other side a few minutes ago. And we're heading straight back for us. And you know what I'm going to do is we get close enough here. I'm going to put it in return to home, and just for the fun of it, we'll see how close the drone gets to its landing position. Now, we didn't use a landing pad or anything, so you know, and it doesn't have precision landing. In fact, okay, here's what I'm going to do. We still got plenty of battery. Let's throw it in sport mode. Let me see how fast I can get this guy going here, just for the fun of it. And boy, that drone is moving. It's a quiet drone, but even in sport mode, you can hear it. There's better than 16 meters per second. I saw 16.1 there for a second. Okay, we're going to stop right there, throw it back in normal mode, and I'm going to do return to home on the app. Hold down that return to home button. If you held down that land button, it would just land in place. And here it comes. Now, I'm going to tell you a lot. I get asked this a lot. I'm going to move the yaw stick, and you cannot make the drone yaw when it's in return to home. You can with the Mini 2, the Mini 3 does not. That's me dropping the camera down as we get closer. And you can tell this guy's not wasting any time. We're doing over 10 meters per second coming back to us. So, you know, better than 20 miles an hour. Got the camera straight down, and it's slowing up. Yeah, you know, we'll see here. Okay, camera is straight down. It's gonna be pretty darn close to where it took off from. I'm just telling you. In fact, I'm gonna call that a precision landing because that is almost precisely where it took off from. And it'll pick up the camera here in a second. We'll see. Yeah, there it picked up the camera. And again, I mean, you know, yeah, it's within a foot or a foot and a half of where it took off from. I'm gonna stand in front of the camera. It took off from maybe right here, so it's probably a foot away. Anyway, I'm gonna stop recording. Let me get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay guys, I just moved to do my conclusion. There's a guy doing edging, and I swear he's chipping off more of the concrete on the sidewalks than he is edging the grass, and he's making a ton of noise. But anyway, neither here nor there. The DJI Mini 3 Pro, I just had to fly today. Beautiful fall day, and you're not gonna see this video till probably sometime in the winter because I want to remember what it looked like on a nice, beautiful 70-degree day like today. Yeah, not much else to say. I just took you around and showed you around the neighborhood, and we looked at some of the trees and so forth and got to show off this beautiful park here. And yeah, so I guess that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I absolutely appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And of course, we'll see you on the next one. Bye now. DJI Mini 3 Pro.